Well, we can see how my day's going. I literally like clicked stop stream instead of like clicking on my little tab on the complete opposite side of OBS, by the way. And then I was just like, oh crap. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. We're gonna acknowledge the first set. Congratulations on first Ricky. Congratulations on second Prince, and congratulations on third Bella. Now we're gonna go down to the other one. After my oops, congratulations on first Retro. Congratulations on second Ricky, and congratulations on third Callie. Oh my god. Hey Prince, how's it going? Oh my gosh, hopefully your guys' days are going better than mine. Because I give up. Okay, so we're going to be back to spinning on Nancy because I want to get this spin finished so that we can hank it up and see what this beautiful yarn turns into. I can't believe I freaking did that. Hey Paley, how's it going? Right? I blame the heat. It was great earlier today, and then the heat just kind of went. And then I cooked, and enough said. Hey Paley, sending you huggies right back. Yay! Okay. What are we doing? We're going crazy. Okay. We are going to be spinning rolags again on Nancy. Last night we ended the night out with doing grab and spin. So that was fun, but oops. It might help if I put that on. See, we're doing great. We're doing absolutely wonderful. Let's get all that excess twist out. Okay. I'm gonna turn you down just a touch. Okay, now we're cooking with bacon grease, I think. Anxious term opens up in 4 hours. Ooh, and I can't even focus enough on the 40 pages I need to read for the assignment due on Wednesday. Wanted to see you. Aw, you always make. Well, hopefully Nancy helps you calm and focus. Hopefully. It is Nancy, so it's questionable. I had to close Twitch twice for it to load. Oh my goodness. Oh, it does also look like I did drop some frames. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Group hug. I missed 3 days of TDF because my aunt invited me on a last-minute road trip. Hey, can't turn down those last-minute road trips. Do you have a drop spindle? You could have brought a drop spindle with you. Well, unless you were driving, then it makes it hard. Anti-Agmas! Anti-Agmas, I like that one. I do, and I didn't take it for some stupid reason. It happens. Well, isn't there usually days off in Tour de Fleece, at least a couple of them? So you can just say you lumped your days off together or something. Just being a stubborn rolag. And I'm never going on another road trip with her. And that bad. Thank you, Pele. Sending them right back to you. Song in the world. A book. A pocketed. Nothing much other than me breaking my thing. You know, just to keep things interesting. So tell me about this nightmare. I'm curious. To ride my bicycle, bicycle. My bicycle. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I don't know if you were around, Callie, when I showed off my... I made a new spindle for Pinky with a chopstick. I cut the chopstick down and made so that I can spin on Pinky again, and she works so beautifully. Like honestly, I forgot how nice Pinky spins. She was a spindle that I bought off of Etsy. Where did I... Oh, I dropped it somewhere. I think I vaguely remember it dropping and me telling myself I would pick it up later, and now I don't know where it went. Anyways, the spindle itself got heated up in the car because I forgot it in the car, and my purse, my very heavy purse, was sitting on top of it, and it warped the spindle. And you could still use it, but it doesn't really spin. But either way, the spindle never worked that nice anyways. But like, look at how beautiful she spins now. And like, I sanded the chopstick down and everything, so it's like super smooth. There's no catch or anything. And she just... I'm like, oh, I've missed this spindle so much. So Pinky is now back in action. I'll show you what we're spinning up on her. This is what I was working on my day off on Thursday. Because I knew I needed to get some spinning in. I was like, I'll spin on Pinky. So I fixed up a spindle for her and sanded her down. And this is what we're spinning with her. So it's just a bunch of random bits of like really pretty, like rainbowy, nice looking floof. And so I'm just ripping chunks off at random and spinning it up. Ooh, and again, since you haven't been here, I dyed up some floof. This is 1.8 ounces of floof, and this will be getting spun up, hopefully, on Sven. I just haven't figured out how I want to do it. I usually prefer to spin in chunks, like this. But I don't know if I want to do chunks with this, or if I want to do strips and make up like a diz or something to hold the long strip. Pinkie Pie spindle. That's so cool. The drop spindle? I love drop spindles. I also love I love any kind of spinning. Not gonna lie. And believe it or not, this is also one of my favorite spindles. And this was just something that, it was like my first spindle that I made at a Craft Sticks. But I, in recent times, figured out I haven't actually like spun with it, but just let me shove this in the corner. Well, I had to take my dog with me because he has stress-induced seizures, but if I'm gone, he stresses way the hell out. So that's that, or there's that. And because he was with us, we had to find motels that take pets, which was a nightmare. I feel that. I have been there. I have been in your shoes. But yeah, I can't remember who I was showing, but someone was talking about they needed to get a drop spindle. And I was like, you could always make one. And then I was like, I wonder if you were to stick a ball of yarn, just a ball of yarn, on a knitting needle. Now that, granted, this would be a very long spindle, but stick this thing on. You could even use the yarn as a leader line when you're starting up. I don't have it caught like I did last time. Hold on. We will fix that. There we go. There. Burp. Look at how good this thing spins, okay? Oops, I got too low. Put my knot up. Put my knot up. Too high. Too high. There we go. Look at how well this thing spins. I'm like, I can spin with this. You can make a spindle out of anything. Sorry, I just had to show off the. Exactly. And like I said, you could even use the ball of yarn if you secure it just right. You could use the ball of yarn as a leader line. So. I kind of want to, like, experiment. I want to experiment with this. Anyways. Now that I've been fully distracted, my ADHD kicking in, going, ooh, shiny, ooh, I gotta show this. Oh, yes, what am I doing? Well, originally I was talking to Callie about the road trip, and then spindles, and then. So what did I miss last night when I fell asleep? Lots of brown. Funny enough, I did get some more brown, but we did get some colors in there. Here, hold on. So, we got brown, reddish brown, brown. Then there's another brown underneath the pink. Then we got like a fuchsia, a red that looks almost the same color as fuchsia. Then we got this looks white, but it's actually pale pink. We got one of those. Then another different red. Then, oh, guess what? Another of the chocolate brown. And then back to the pink. And then a green. And then a blue. And then, we actually got some like colors. But yes, mostly browns. Mostly browns. It was quite entertaining. I was laughing. The cats are. I think they're doing pretty good for the most part. We're all a little bit hot in this house this afternoon. Oh, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. We were gone 3 days, and we visited Crater Lake, the lava fields, Pumice Pits, 3 forests, the Redwood in California, and 3 beaches on the way. They did not stop. What do you mean they did not stop? Did I miss something? Or they just was like, for one thing, it's like, oh, we're gonna visit here. Okay, now we're gonna go over here, and then we're gonna go over here, kind of thing, and like no time to like breathe in between, is what you're saying? Oh God, I would hate that. Oh my gosh. Hugs. Jams hugs. Oh God, I can believe it. I'd be dying. Hello, Knitter Girl. How's it going? Back home for my nephew's wedding. Nice. So how charred are you? I'm going to my corner to read and to listen to you as I do. Sounds good. Boop. Yep, day 4. How's your mouth doing? Is it doing good still? Whisper sweet nothing in Pele's ear. Aww. That's good. You always know when you got a cat hair on your face, when you're sweaty, and then you got a fan blowing at you, because you'll be sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, I'm good, and then all of a sudden you have something tickling your face, and you're like, and then like 5 seconds later, it's tickling your face again, and you're like, and then just when you get all the cat hair off your face so that it's not tickling your face anymore, the cat comes along and rubs against your face again. I love cats. Hopefully not too much lightning. goodness, I got to stop that. I had a good nap today. Oh, there's the pickles up on the shelf. But yeah, I got a good nap in today. I think I napped from like 1 until like almost 3. Hello! I'm doing well. I am doing, it's a wool blend that I did up on rolags. So there's some Corriedale in there, and then there's whatever the felting floof is that I bought. But yeah, so we're spinning up the rolags. Rolags. But this is, pardon me, this is what it's basically going to look like when it's done spinning the singles, and then we will we'll ply it up using Melanie, not Nancy, and see what we get. But how you been doing? Well, Pickles is sleeping up on the shelf. Vinny might make an appearance. It's always questionable when they're going to come in. Come on, Spotify. Ooh, also what I did today, guys, for those that watched the disaster of my nitty naughty and how it fell apart, we have improved. So I took this part off. I put chopsticks on the bottom for added support. So we got, not only do we have chopsticks on top, but we also have them on the bottom. And then I screwed it in. I had to screw it down farther so that I could actually get it into the wood. Then I dipped yarn in Mod Podge and I wrapped the shit out of it. And so it's now, and I did the same to this side so it no longer spins. Yeah. So I'm hoping it doesn't break this time. Because, yeah. I'm almost thinking of putting more glue on this just to make it even more firm. Add a little bit extra more strength. But it is pretty freaking glued and wrapped quite tight. So it does tilt a little bit this way, but I don't care. It fits. It's solid. It does wobble a little bit this way. This one does the same. But it should, as long as it's strong enough to hold my yarn and not break. So we will see. It's like, why get a new piece of wood? Just get some chopsticks and some glue and some yarn. And I use this crappy t-shirt cotton tubing yarn. So it should have some real good strength. It holds up really well against Melanie and her destroying my brake bands. So, yeah. She should be good. Oh, and I was able to find a pin for this one so it won't slide. But yeah. That's what I did today. What did you guys do today? That was only one of the things I did today, but I get that with my mustache, even though it's not dark enough to easily see, it's long enough to be annoying. I missed something, didn't I? Hey Robert! Tonight is the last night to be on Twitch. I am going please enjoy, have fun. I am so envious. I want to go camping so bad. One day. One day, maybe. Oh yeah, I was going to look back in chat and see if I missed something. Oh, I did miss some stuff. I wish I could work with wool. It's a big texture issue. I mainly work with acrylic blends and cotton, and I'm very well got to try orange cream Coke, and it's awesome drink. I'm not a big Coke fan, but it sounds interesting. I did miss a message. I have now read that message. I like well, I haven't worked with it a lot, but I did enjoy working with silk. But I've mostly just worked with wool. I would love to find some acrylic roving to spin, but trying to find acrylic roving is like near impossible. Because I would love to be able to spin up something that can be washed in a wash machine. And then I could make things for people that aren't into hand washing stuff. Kitten pics posted. Ooh, I have to look. Oh, Superman is here. Sorry, Superman. Here, I took him down and I meant to put him back up and I forgot. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Shit's falling apart, you know. There you go. Better? I did make a hexagon. Ooh. Well, I've spun polyfill before. Does it not? I don't remember. Of course, the stuff that I spun was like it was like quilt batting that I had to like comb out because I didn't have. I was so mad too because when I moved, when I moved from where I used to live here, I had a whole entire bale of polyfill, like the perfect stuffing for teddy bears. I had a whole bale of it in my closet, and I'm like, I have no place to put this when I move down here. I don't need it. So I just said to my cousin, I'm like, you guys can keep it or donate it or whatever. I'm like, I don't need I can't use it. And then I got my spinning wheel. And I was like, God, why? My music just stopped. Easy, so hard to. Oh, that sucks. Shout out. Oh my god, I was worried that the bad guys had him. No. He was having a nap. Maybe he was playing Clark Kent for a little while. That's probably what it was. James, I bought instant potatoes because I couldn't do real potatoes when I got my tooth pulled. Cool. Exactly. He was being a reporter. And what did Bella get? I feel like I'm lost on something. Um, I, he's, I'm lost. Spider-Man was a photographer for a newspaper. Superman was a reporter. I just it just dawned on me. They both worked for a paper company. Currently making some coasters that I will be selling in November for a craft show I may be doing. That's awesome. I go wrong. Where did I go wrong? I'm not sure all of what I looked up and walked in on, other than the fact that Superman was no longer hanging on my window, and Prince and Retro were panicking. So I told him he had to leave work early and get back to his duties of protecting the stream. I also make scrunchies as well. Oh, I made some really cute knitted scrunchies at one time. I don't think I have them anymore. I wanted to make some more. Gonna be selling the coasters for $5 and the scrunchies for $6. Nice. Those should sell quite well. Emotional support cup. Exactly. He's an emotional support cup. I could really go for a Dr. Pepper right now, though. Not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna drive all the way down to Dairy Queen to get a Dr. Pepper. And yes, I would go to Dairy Queen versus the gas station where I could get a bottle of Dr. Pepper because, one, I love fountain Dr. Pepper, and two, I'm lazy and don't want to get out of the car, so I would just hit the drive-thru. Yeah, the biggest one being me. I'm in it. So do you crochet your scrunchies or knit your scrunchies? I've done both. I only made one crocheted scrunchie, and I always thought about doing more. And then I think I've knit 3 scrunchies. I wish I could knit, sadly. I've tried and have bad tension issues, so I stick to crochet. Well, just keep practicing. Like, obviously in your off time. Oh my god, we're gonna be getting ads soon again. Didn't we just have ads? Anyways, yeah, just like in your off time, keep practicing, because the more you pick it up, the more you will start to get a better handle on your tension. I used to be a super ridiculously tight knitter, and now, like, compared to just like even 5-6 years ago, my tension has loosened up a lot in my knitting. I go for the real. I'm not a big fan of instant potatoes. Either that or I just wouldn't eat potatoes for a few days. But then again, I usually just ate whatever I normally ate. I just don't eat food on that side. I'm very good at eating on one side or the other in my mouth. I always have just eaten on one side or the other, like for as long as I can remember. So it's not hard for me. And I just like would avoid things like potato chips and stuff that's sharp. Also, my stitches just twist way too much, and I hold my yarn in my offhand weird, so it's hard to convert that to knitting. So when you're knitting, you're a left hand holder or a right hand holder? There are so many different ways to hold ads. Redneck came right as the ads came in. Holding yarn also in ad. I hold my yarn in my left hand, if that's what you're asking. And then the music stops. Of course the music stops. Of course Spotify is being Spotify. Right? Exactly. Got to add some more curl. Okay, welcome back from ads, guys. So there's so many different ways of knitting and holding your working yarn. So maybe you just need to check out different styles of knitting, because maybe the way that you hold your yarn, there's a different form of knitting that might work better with the way you hold your yarn. I can hold my, like, I'm a natural English style knitter, so I usually hold my working yarn in my right hand. I usually hold it like this. So I just kind of like put it over my, look at how tiny that is. But I like put it over my ring finger, and I just kind of will grab with this one way or the other. But I also do continental knitting and hold in this hand. So it all, like, there, and I, since exploring more with knitting, I've learned that there's so many different ways between my thumb and pointer finger. So you hold your yarn like this when you're knitting with your left hand. I could see how that'd be hard, but I'm sure you could figure it out. I have learned there are so many different ways of knitting, and you just got to find one that's more comfortable for you. And it just might be that you just have to practice holding it different, instead of like holding it like this. When I crochet, so it's hard to hold it any other way. Yes, I totally get that. It's funny because with knitting, I hold my yarn completely different from how I crochet. Obviously, I hold my working yarn with my left hand when I am knitting, but yeah, I think I do pinch, but I'm usually grabbing my yarn Usually, yeah, when I'm crocheting, I'm holding my work like this, but my yarn is usually going over top. So it comes up here, and it's, so I'm more grabbing around here, I think. I don't know, I'd have to crochet something to see how I do it. I just know that as a crocheter, I am a pen style versus a knife style when I crochet with my hooks. I hold them like a pen. For 4 or 5 years now. Nice. I've been spinning for that. I got my first spinning wheel in 2005. 2020. Where'd the 5 come from? I think I was just because it's 5 years. 2005. That'd be awesome. That means I've been spinning for 20 years. That's not what I've been doing. My brain has just not been braining properly. My brain has not been braining since 2005. Maybe that's the problem. Well, it's been longer than 2005, but we'll go with that, right? We'll just, yeah. Ooh, snow. Snow would be nice. Kid you not, I could totally go for some snow at this time of year. Come on. Spot the fly. Please don't do this. It's like every song you have been doing this. I'd stop calling you Spot the Fly if you would stop freaking messing up. Knitter Girl is in Alberta, Canada. Canada can sometimes get weird weather. It's not uncommon to get freak snowstorms. I mean, it's usually like there and gone by the next day. But, yeah. Surrounding us, so it's nasty and smoky here. Oh, that sucks, redneck. Hopefully you're in a safe area. I know what that's like.